Hello and welcome to the UFC Fighter Update February 2022 with me, Mr. HumbleDankh, where we're taking a look at the fighters they've upgraded and also downgraded. Very simple, I've made this one easy for you guys, so anybody with a plus sign on them has been upgraded, anyone with a downgrade sign has been downgraded. There is lots of fighters to get through, so let's not waste any time. We're going to start with the downgraded fighters first. Let's jump into it. So the first fight we're going to be looking at is Darren the Damage Elkins, and he lost his last fight to Cub Swanson by TKO. He's got a -1 to his chin, obviously, for the knockout loss, and a -1 to his recovery, taking his stats down to 96 for recovery and 90 for chin. Next person we're looking at is the Sun Sao. He got beat by Ricky Simon, and he has lost 1 to his block, which took him down from a 92 to 91. -1 for his kick power, so he went 92 to 91. Kick speed, he went down by 2, 94 to 92. Chin, 89 to 97. And his accuracy went up from by 1 to 87 to 88, which is a bonus, but not good for a Sun Sao. Move to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and his takedown defense drops from 93 to 91. His punch and power goes up from 91 to 92. Obviously, he lost to Gilbert Burns in his last fight, was pretty much held on the ground for the entire fight. But Stephen Wonderboy Thompson losing some stats there is not the best, especially if you're fighting grapplers. That takes us on to Misha Cupcake Tate, who got beat by Katlin Vieira in her last fight by decision. She takes -5 of her submission defense and +2 on her cardio. Quite confusing stats considering she got beat by decision, and that worked there. So I don't know what's quite going on with those stats from here. And that takes us swiftly on to Santiago Ponzinibbio, who got beat by Jeff Neal in the main event again by decision. He got -3 to his accuracy, which took him from 95 to 92, and -2 to his chin, which took him to a 90. His recovery went up by 1, but not really a playable character in that division considering the amount of characters that people can use. But that takes us to Cyril Gane, who lost to Francis Ngannou by decision. All of us weren't expecting the way Francis won that fight, but he ends up getting a really good decision. Took him down last 3 rounds, and Cyril moves -4 for his takedown defense. His punch speed goes up though, so his striking actually got better, so he's still a great character. Quite confusing, eh? And Poirier got -1 in his footwork, took him down from 97 to 96, -1 in his sub defense, 92 to 91, clinch control 95 to 94, body down to 93 to 91. His last fight he lost to Charles Oliveira. He did not look great, he did not look himself, he did not look like the Poirier we know, but was that due to Charles Oliveira? Who knows. But on this game he's OP as hell, so this might neutralise him slightly so your people can start to mitigate the amount of power he has in his hands. The next one we look at is Rob Font. He got beat by Jose Aldo by decision recently. He's lost a few stats from his power, -3, so he went from an 89 to a 92 to an 89. His footwork went from a 96 to a 95. His chin went down to a 93. Switch stance went down to a 90, or went up to a 90. His kick speed went up as well. His takedowns went up as well, and cardio also went up. His recovery actually went to 95. I've mistaken the way around on them too, so went from a 93 to 95. And his legs went down to an 89. Still a usable character in this division, but his hands were the problem. The power taking that away might help try and solve that, but you know you're going to see a lot of PEM picks now. It's going to be hard to stop him, especially if we don't have that Rob Font. Maybe Aldo's the man. We'll see later on when we see what he got upgraded. Next up we got Amanda Nunes, the former double champion of the world. Obviously that shock loss to Juliana Pena was absolutely insane, but they've decided to take a lot of stats off her. She got -1 to her accuracy, -2 to her sub defense, -2 to her body, -2 to her block, -2 to her head movement, -1 to her takedown defense, -2 to her cardio, and her kick power went up. Cardio is now an 89 as well, so that seems like a problem because I know anyone below 90 is usually difficult to deal with, so it'd be interesting to see if she still gets picked as an OP character in the women's bantamweight division. And now we move on to the plus guys, the guys who got upgraded, and Clay Guida will kick us off. He beat Santos by submission. I've written KO, it was a mistake. +1 on his takedowns, +1 on his top control, and +3 on his submissions. I do think his takedowns are a bit naff on this game. 89 for Clay Guida is a travesty. Get that man up to 95. Now we go to the featherweight division where we've got Dan Ige who fought Josh Emmett, and Josh Emmett did a good job, but Dan Ige also did a good job when he gets +2 in his recovery and +4 in his submission defense, taking it to 94. So not a bad outing for Ige. He gets upgraded and he's still a usable character, if not better. Speaking of the man himself, Josh Emmett, he is already a usable character in the division, but his power's just gone up to 97, his punch speed's just gone up to 94, his recovery's gone to 90, his legs went down slightly because he did take some leg damage, his chin's gone up though, his head movement's gone up. He's going to be a more used character in that division for 100%, and he deserves it after getting a big win over Dan Ige. It'd be nice to see him in a big fight coming up in the future, but looking forward to seeing him a bit more ranked. Then we move back over to the women's bantamweight division where Katlyn Vieira beat Miesha Tate by decision. She gets +4 on her punching power, +1 on her block, +1 on her footwork, +1 on her kick speed, cardio and kick power. None of them stats though, apart from the cardio, are above that 90 mark, and Katlyn Vieira just looks like a usable character, but not really in that division considering the killers you already have. And one of my least favourite people in the UFC, Michael Chiesa, +1 in his footwork, he +2 on his block, and he got +1 on his accuracy and +1 on his punch speed. He did get beat by Sean Brady in the welterweight division recently, but no sort of decreases to Chiesa. Maybe it's because they haven't made him a decent character anyway, but he's been upgraded for his loss that he had against Brady. Next we have the Black Beast Derek Lewis fighting this weekend. I'm making this video. Lewis's power's gone to 99, his clinch strike has gone to 94, and his chin's gone to 90 over his win over Dacus in the heavyweight division. Made light work of it. I cannot wait for the fight with Tai Tuivasa tonight. That's going to be insane. Speaking of the man himself, Tai Tuivasa also got a massive upgrade for his win over Augusto Saki in his last fight. He got +1 on his accuracy, +2 on his footwork, +1 on his power, +3 on his punch speed, +1 on his kick speed, +3 on his ground striking, +7 on his clinch work, +1 on his clinch control, +1 to his cardio, and from the bottom he got -2 bottom control. His cardio has always been an issue for me in that heavyweight division, but if you want to stand and strike and you're a good conservative striker, it might be the option for you. So give Tai Tuivasa a try in the heavyweight division, he might surprise you. Speaking of upgrades, this guy Song Yadong has had one hell of an upgrade. +2 to his punch speed, +1 to his punch power, +3 to his accuracy. His cardio got +2, his block got +2, his footwork got +2, his kick power got +2, and his chin got +1, and his kick speed also got +2. But look at all them stats above the 90 range as well. So another character that we're going to be able to use in that division. And Song Yadong, only a young superstar as well. I believe he's 24 years old, 25 years old, so still making his climb in that division. He's got a lot to go before we see the best of him. And speaking of performances, Calvin Kattar had the performance of his life against Giga Chikadze. Calvin Kattar absolutely picked him apart for the 5 rounds that they had, and look at the cardio that he's got now. He's 96 cardio on the game. He's got a +10 switch stance, so he's gone to a 90. His takedown's gone up, his body has gone up, his punch speed's gone up, and his footwork's gone up. Much appreciated from Calvin Kattar to put on that performance, but it's going to be an interesting character now, especially with that cardio. Now we have the man himself, one of my favourite fighters in this division, Cub Swanson. He gets the win over Darren Elkins, and he looked like an absolute killer. I got told by one of my friends he is going to destroy him, and that's exactly what he did. Killer Cub comes out on top, and he gets a nice buff there. His power's gone to 93, takedown defense up, kick power up, kick speed up, and recovery up. Great work from Cub. Can't wait to see him back in the octagon. Moving on to the Dominator, who beat Munoz by decision in his last outing. He gets +2 to his recovery, +1 to his punch power, +2 to his ground striking. The one that's interesting there is the punch power. It's gone up slightly. If you're a Dominic Cruz user already, he just became that much better. And what a performance this man had. Yaya Rodriguez fought Max Holloway in his last fight, in a fight I thought he wasn't going to do very well in because of his style, and he ends up giving Max a lot of trouble in that fight. He gets +2 to his switch stance, +2 to his punch speed, +1 to his head movement, +2 to his kick speed, +3 to his cardio, +2 to his recovery. His bottom control suffers slightly with a -1, but the striking attributes of Yaya Rodriguez have been upgraded significantly, and the featherweight division is on fire at the moment with all these upgrades. and obviously he fought Max Holloway. Max Holloway ends up winning that fight, but getting obviously a lot less upgrades because he's already broken as hell. He's +1 to his accuracy, taking it to 97, +2 to his takedowns, +1 to his cardio, taking it to 99. But his legs have gone to 87, and I'm wondering if that's an option to kind of attack his legs if you're playing him, because them 87 legs look vulnerable. And we go to Jose Aldo. Amazing performance again. Munoz, this guy just keeps getting better and better with old age. +1 to his power, taking it 94. +1 to his accuracy, taking it 93. +1 to his footwork, taking it 94. His top control's gone up to 92. His clinch striking's gone up as well to 93. I've mixed them up again. And, you know, as he keeps fighting, as he keeps getting older, he keeps doing better. He's already challenged for the belt before, but who knows, the sky's the limit for Jose Aldo. We've seen Glover Teixeira do it. Bit different at bantamweight, but we'll see if Aldo can get another shot at the belt. Now we go to the flyweight division, where the current reigning champion is took his belt back. Figueiredo took his belt back from Moreno by decision. Very good fight. Kick power has gone up by +2. His kick speed's gone up by +2. His chin's gone down slightly to 91. His power's gone up again to 98, which is ridiculous. His body has gone up to 93, and his recovery's gone to 95. He's going to be another character you can use in that flyweight division, you know, but a very overpowered character right there, especially with the kicking stats going up now as well. But that takes us to Moreno. Moreno also got some upgrades. They didn't see a lot of problems with his performance. In fact, they thought they underestimated Moreno, as now his punch speed goes to 98, making him a ridiculously fast striker. His kick speed 93, his submission's 95, his cardio's 97, his legs have gone down slightly to 87, but his recovery is to 96. And I'm just wondering, if you're gonna fight Moreno, you got to attack those legs just like Holloway. But yeah, a loss to Figgy. He's probably upset. We're probably going to see the 4th match out of them too, but can't wait. And there he is, the heavyweight champion of the world. Maybe not for much longer if he decides to leave the UFC, but Ngannou beat Cyril Gane by wrestling him. His accuracy's gone down to 92. His takedown defense has gone down to 92 as well. His kick power's gone down to 90. His top control's gone up to 91. His cardio's gone up. His switch stance has gone up. His takedowns have gone up. His submission defense has gone up. His clinch control has gone up, and his chin has gone to 97. So Ngannou gets that little bit stronger in the heavyweight division, and if you want to use him now, he's a very good character to use. How can you not love this Brazilian? The man from the favelas, Charles de Bronx Oliveira. He gets a -1 to his block, +1 to his submissions, taking them to 100. +4 to his ground striking, +6 to his clinch striking, +4 to his clinch control, +2 to his cardio, and +1 to his recovery. His ground stats now are fantastic. After he gets an amazing win over Poirier, I put KO again, but it's a submission win. Sorry for some of the mistakes in this one, but he definitely submitted Poirier with that standing there, jumped on his back and got the guillotine from there. Fantastic win for Charles Oliveira, and I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. Still not quite a usable character yet. It'd be nice to see them improve his striking slightly. We move to my favourite character on the game, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley needs to be upgraded more than this, to be honest, in my opinion anyway. His footwork's gone to 95, his head movement's gone to 94, his switch stance has gone to 99. I just think he deserves a bit more of a buff than that because of the performance he had. He had another outstanding performance. He needs to be in that top 15 essentially, because that's where he is in the rankings now. But only good for me to keep using him. And here she is, the new champion of the world in the bantamweight division, the women's bantamweight division, Juliana Pena. I had to decrease the size of the text because she got that many upgrades. But a block got upgraded, a punch speed got upgraded by 5, a power got upgraded by 6, it's actually upgraded by 2, head movement by 5. The bottom control, the footwork, the submissions, the clinch striking, the clinch control got upgraded, the cardio got upgraded, the chin got upgraded to 95, the legs got upgraded, and the recovery got upgraded as well. Her recovery and her chin was what impressed me the most about her performance against Amanda Nunes. I don't know how usable this character is going to be, but with that amount of upgrades to this character, you've got to think that she's going to stand a chance against the top women in the bantamweight division. There's only one way to find out, and that's by playing with her and actually testing her out. But it'll be exciting to see, because a lot of her stats now are above that 90 range, and that's where you need to be able to compete with the Cyborgs and the Holly Holmes and the Amanda Nuneses and Jermaine Mandarines. So we'll see if she gets used in the future. And what a fantastic fire update that was for us to use. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Before you leave me, if you think you've got what it takes to be one of the best players in the world, join our esports community at Primetime Mma. We have a fantastic roster with literally the best players in the world in there from Xbox and PlayStation. I will put the link for the Discord channel in the roster. We try and get everybody a fight no matter the skill level, so hit that button, come and join us. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. I do put a lot of effort into these videos. It took me 12 hours to make for you guys because EA don't put this information out, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Bye.